For the update on the Dawa Thrust and what's going on in the community right now, we want to bring our brother Mark Shahir of Muslim Journal, who will give us some encouraging words on the status of the journal.
That's right.
Okay, Brother Mark, and then we'll have Brother Mohammed to close out.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah, peace and blessing be upon you. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. I just want to give you a state of the Muslim Journal. I think Aisha is more capable of doing that. But recently I just been working with the Muslim Journal now after my team passed. And I always had a concern about the paper. I want to just give you a little brief history. I got about 4 minutes. She told me 3, so 4 minutes I'll be out of here. So anyway, I was selling the paper in Orgill Garden, Block 13. The man that lived in Block 12 used to get the youth to sell the paper. And we made our little 10 cents, whatever it was, on the paper. But I was selling paper before I was a Muslim. My brother went to Texas and got into the military. He became a Muslim when he got out. He started selling Muhammad Speaks newspapers and the fish. So I got with my oldest brother, which is Ishmael, and I started selling Muhammad Speaks and the fish, door to door in the project wherever we went. So I was selling paper before I was a Muslim. And now it's just ironic that I'm in the position at the Muslim Journal selling the paper from coast to coast. Just wanted to give you a little update on the paper. The paper we sold, say that we got maybe 500,000 or 250,000 followers, Imam W.D. Mohammed, but we don't see this reflected in the paper. But you know, we under 9,000, 10,000 paper every week. And we got 3 million people here in the city of Chicago. So we've been doing some pilot programs, but to make a long story short, the Muslim Journal stands on 2 legs. We have the vending leg that we ship a certain amount of papers every week to people from Boston, Massachusetts, New York City, Florida, Georgia, all the way to LA, Oakland, Panorama City. But I just want to say it stands on 2 legs. You know, you can't stand if you only have 1 leg. You know, you can use crutches and stuff, but you have a balanced situation. So the subscription on one hand is 1 leg, and the vending is the other leg. Now we're under 10,000, which is kind of critical. It is critical. And we have a situation that the people that owe us money, thousands of dollars, they feel, you know, they go another round, they don't pay, and etc. But anyway, that's another horse of another color. The subscription is $43 for 6 months, $70 for 1 year, and $135 for 2 years. So if you can, subscribe. If you got any children going to school, anybody that's in prison, we know we got a lot of family members in prison. You can give them a subscription and put their ID number. They'll be receiving the paper in the prison. If they go to college, most of the women do, but most of the young men doesn't for some reason or another. They got more women in college than they do young men. So the number 1 Dawah 2, as Brother Dawood, he's our captain, and we go from here to there and all around the Midwest. And we was in Cleveland, Ohio 2 weeks ago. We witnessed Masjid Bilal that was under the leadership of Clyde Rahman, built from the ground up. And they wondered why we was going to go early. So I just had in my mind, this is 2011. Let's leave at 11 o'clock. And so everybody agreed to go at 11 o'clock. We got there at 11 o'clock at the masjid, in the Masjid 33 in Gary, Indiana, under the leadership of Charles and others. And we left at 11 o'clock that evening. And we got there at 5. And they're trying to build up momentum to have Salatul Fajr in the masjid, which is a big place, nice place. Y'all should visit Cleveland, Ohio, built from the ground up, the Masjid Bilal, they call it. And we made Fajr with the believers in Cleveland, Ohio. It was a good feeling. And I say, we on time. We was on time, and Allah, they made us feel good. We made them feel good. So the number 1 Dawah tool in America is the Muslim Journal. Now another thing I want to say, when I was working as a chaplain in the prison, and we was giving paper, we used to have a route. Brother Abdul Muhammad, he's in order. He was number 1 in the city of Chicago. Leon Muhammad was maybe number 2. They sold a lot of papers every week. They gave me some routes. I took the route from 87th Street all the way to the west side. And after I got through with the route of the newspaper stands, the stores, I took the extra paper into the prison. And what happened, I had none left. And we used to have services Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and Friday. And one day, we didn't have enough paper, so the inmates was grabbing the Muslim Journal, and they were about to tear the Muslim Journal in half. I thought that was so elating to me. It made me feel so good. It was so precious to get information like that. So that's one thing I want to share with you, too. We want to recognize the Captain Daoud and Imam Charles from Gary, Brother Salim. These brothers rode up to Cleveland, Ohio with us. They've been on the case for weeks trying to build up this Savior's Day. And I just want to say, I came in this community back in the 70s. I was about 20, 21 years old in the streets of 56 and Calumet, right across the street from Washington Park. Honorable Mohammed was teaching over there at the Armory in 1974. We walked through from King Drive or Calumet, where we're from, over to the Armory. We were so impressed. Me and El Amin, he was known as Dirty Red, and I was known as Lou. And my brother took us over there. And so happened is that we saw all the members, all the Muslims, all the FOI, all the sisters dressed, the MGT, dressed in white, and impressed us. And the next year, I was a Muslim, practicing or processing. I just want to give you this, and I'm going to close in 30 seconds. I came in this religion, and that we had to do a letter. And my letter was accepted on the first time. And Sister Margaret Hussein, which we took about a month or two to Orlando, Florida. We just moved the secretary, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, to Florida, Orlando, Florida. And that's where she had. She was the one who dated my letter. But look at the significance of this letter that I received. They said, now you are a full registered member of the Nation of Islam. Go to your FOI class and receive your X. And guess what date it was on? It was dated May 7, 1975. I was born May 7, 1954. I had my first child on my birthday, conceived the first child